be coming out of my memory, leaning into a catapult. So no sanity after dark. The baddest part is the fact that thinking is what got me here. And all I have is thought, trying to fight a demonic in a sword fight with a harmonica in my mind. And a Bible verse from grandmama, I never wanted the honor. Honestly, all I really want is an apology for propagating the problem and confiscating the prodigy. How do we get to this point without becoming a product of property, then a disjoint? Trying to reach an immense with this voice, I couldn't get it. Different lyrics and scrimmage, just choice, I couldn't spit it. Now, back in rehabilitation, throwing everything behind the barracks. Niggas stood up and couldn't take shit. Sometimes a double entendre can devastate shit. Like the time I found true love on some fake shit. Niggas who used to shoot the wind with will put you in shit. Then when the friendship's over, you'll have to face it. You'll be trying to go independent, deeper within shit, creating alias, then become what you hated. The more life, the more phrases. The more hype, the more pages. Ignore life, the more stages. To your forgetting how to write, retorts right back to your nameless. And what was I trying to do? To give myself space to remember who I was and come back as a prodigal. You think it's a hiatus till sabbatical follows you. They keep paying, you keep saying you'll come back when it's time for you, huh? Sometimes that life for like life, my nigga. Sometimes it's only peaceful when you fight, my nigga. Any morning I can do my sit-ups and push-ups and pull-ups. Solemnly swear I got a right, my nigga, I got a rifle. Inside of my digitized Bible, vital signs lead the mentally stigmatized stifle. Niggas will rival cause they like you. Niggas that make you an idol, play God and try to smite you. Unless you on the corner watching the world spin until you want your money or your girlfriend, just like Spike do. Ain't nobody safe, not even a stoop kid with his door wide open. And all his niggas from high school, they don't like seeing the change. Reminds a mother secrete the pain. You always got a key to engage niggas, or rather keep a street on the page. No freestyles for free. It was all about the elite when you came, but I'm a demon too. Look at all the people I've made. When it's deep, I even sacrificed the street which I came. And a decent piece of fame, a piece of my brain shit. I can't even sleep trying to keep the heat in my name. But let me stop, feel like I'm breathing again. You guys like that one? Yeah. Tight. Okay. So, as I said before, my name is Theon Lee. This is the love of my life here. Her name is September Rose. Everybody say hello to September. All right. One of these days is her birthday. We haven't decided on it yet. You know, we got like a superiority complex we're trying to fight over. She likes to argue, whatever. But I'm also a poet. Can you hear me? Yes. Are you sure you can hear me? Yes. Are you positive? Yes. What about now? Yes. What about now? Yes. What about now? Yeah. What about now? No. What about now? No. All right, people standing up. Come a little closer to me. I had a dream before where there was like a bunch of feet surrounding me and it didn't end well, so I'm trying to keep from going there during this show, you know. It's still empty over here, it's still empty over here. I'm just playing. Alright. Thank you. I appreciate you. Listen, I appreciate you, thank you. Alright. For those of you who have, make some noise if you've seen me perform before. Right. Okay, so you probably know this next piece that I'm gonna do. Hashtag backslash.
Yeah. Come on.
Alright, okay, but look, check this out. This alludes to a very old piece, but this alludes to a very recent event that just happened in Indianapolis. If you're not sure, just go on social media. I'm not gonna exploit it any further than it's already been exploited by the media for the sake of getting clicks and getting likes or what have you. So, like I said, if you want to know what I'm talking about, just go on Facebook, you'll find it. But this alludes to that. When it actually happens, be sure to keep your volume down. You don't want to ruin the theatrics. I wonder if it's ever been someone's dream to be on the opposite side of the screen on the opening scene of the first 48 hours. Let's watch carefully for neighborhood names on box set DVDs to see if we can see ours. For those who need to be stars, please bring flowers or be proudest. Not saying that in order to become famous you must begin slaying, just stating that in order to keep their grade A TV rating they won't hesitate to devour us. Imagine all the mass hysteria. After all, people from bad areas with half intentions make rash decisions when trying to be part of a vast materia. These bastards will crash the cemetery to think fast and say we didn't come up with the cast, but we'll give you the flash if you would have us to bury ya. I hope they never choose my city as a casting area. But while we're at it, what's your favorite episode? Pick one from amongst the threshold in which the hood life becomes the manifesto to death row. All it takes is that bag of crack in a matter of minutes before that young black family is diminished. Most of the time, it's within our pigment. We call it statistics. They call it stats, states, current rates. Since we've allowed them to videotape the less fortunate reality, they've made a fortune off the season finale, so I know you watch it. My hopes is that this piece might actually overrun if it prevents you from catching the reruns of your loved ones getting canned by the gun. And the worst part about it is a death a day won't do. After all, it takes the two. So who does that make of you when you got that bullshit on pay-per-view? Nigga, take a clue. In this game, you can either get entertained or screwed, or you can go for both. Whatever floats your boat. I hope you choke on that rope you so often sold some coke for. But wait, wrong piece. This wasn't about the drug trade. This was the introductory to the plug trade, where you can Skype and YouTube Lil Wayne so he can teach you how to do the thug thing. So when you get slug slain, you have to post a tweet from hell saying, check out my link, my tombstone, /, tell me what you think, /, listen to a beat, /, killing over beef, /, victim of the streets, /, crack bags, backflash, black folks still get backlash. You can get angry and crazy over a crack stash, but when you were 80s, baby, you can't help to be a little crazy because you was made over a crack stash and your black ass, daddy left you chasing a cane and a fat ass, only to leave you with his last name in a crack bag. I wonder how many times HBO, RTV6, and Cinemax ass, how many shows gonna get cat for cash checks? How many shows gonna get blacks a bad rep? How many roles could we cast in caskets? How many roles could we cast in caskets? After all, they think it's just a show. It's funny. Yesterday's security surveillance has become tomorrow's HBO's A-list. After all, they think it's just a show. They say, I tell you what, let me know when another one of your niggas grow cold and hit the flow so we can come by and reschedule another episode. After all, you think it's just a show. Question. Why would the revolution be televised when the destruction seems to sell so much more?
One of the projects I'm really working on is called Yoru, and it's kind of play on words, YRW, which stands for You Remember When. And it is about the moments, like some of the more important moments that I had in high school leading up to the moment that I got my withdrawal papers. Like, you know. And so this song is from that little project. It's called Purnell from Pike. My government name is Purnell. You can go ahead and laugh it out, you know. But Purnell from, you know, Mariah Ivy, everybody. With her insert here middle name. Anyway, yeah, so the song is called Purnell from Pike. It goes a little like this. That's that piece. No, I'm just playing. I had to. I was going to go to the verse. I was like, watch this. Okay. Everybody's got a past, somebody's got classes to beat, everybody's got ass. Ironically, I'm last. No books, just some hopes and some notebooks full of dope hooks. I ask why your aspirations so high. You act like your graduation gon' die. You tell me you like, I shed a little light, but my ass isn't graduating on time, kinda lazy. But I always had heart and an art lady. Told me I was man smart. The bus boy stop when the bus boy caught. She would ask, get your ass on this bus boy, stop. My whole life on the street for me. I had a girl who would swear she would sleep with me. I was a pipe version with a white girlfriend, and the night I would sing to the streets, you remember when? Okay, clap, yeah. Clap, 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 baby. Yeah, hear my guitar go? Yeah. How about in the back? Yeah, hear my guitar go?
to school today. I was an renowned retardation, and every year round, I drowned in carnations. I had a girlfriend for a passing period. When the bell ring, I recall she lost patience. Same with me, I needed a little pain, so I ate the sheet, petite with a little frame. She said when I called, just ask for Nick. I was somebody so pretty, never asked for Diddy. It must be a dark skin complex. Comp just dropped at the talent show contest. Conference time. I can get out my mind, I'll be fine. Your reason wants to be a Valentine. You remember when? In 120 seconds, let's eat lunch. But my mom raised bums, so we can't eat lunch. A real nobody, still nobody. Don't wear a long john that reveal nobody. Walked away from before my scholarship. There's a ring, there's a no. My problem is, I'm dealing with a divorce. You dealing with a report card. I decided that it wasn't important. My heart getting heavy. Stop by Brazilian and kiss me on the cheek and said it all would be steady. I went into the office, common already. But when I got home, I thought to call daddy. And Kenny trying to put me in the Catholic school. With me and with a friend, we didn't go back to school. I ran into cool kids with acknowledgement. When all my true friends took off to college. Remember that?
Hey! Y'all ready to hear some more poetry?
Yes, sir.
You ain't ready to hear some more poetry?
Yeah.
You ready for some poetry, motherfuckers? Nobody watch Dave Chappelle, okay. Let me get in the zone. Okay. My depression is like tying shoelaces. It took me 18 years. I finally learned how to handle knots. Unfortunately, entanglement is my insecurity. I struggle harder with making good ties with what is. One time I cried to myself from tightening, the strain of pulling myself apart to keep everything else together until eventually something snapped. My depression is like prepubescent masturbation. Too innocent to let the feeling pass me and too filthy to share with anyone else. Most times I'm in the room by myself, oftentimes with no one but the locked door watching me, and only once was I fortunate enough to be caught. My depression is like my first molestation, her lips unthawing my mouth and unthawing a half-life caught between calling out my demons and whispering to them our intimacies, loving you with understanding, loathing you with fixation. My depression is in an inbox, waiting for those 3 dots to show up. You were typing, always typing. My depression is your still fingers, your fingers still typing 100 words per minute, possibly faster, who knows. My depression doesn't count, and we were just about to talk about how important it is, and my responses get quicker, but my hands don't move that fast. My fingers don't move at the speed I would like them to. My depression is an analog clock at a keyboard. Father Time reciting Thelonious Monk's Yes My Dear. Aren't there like 3 different versions to the song? Haven't we had this conversation before? Does anything that I say that you don't agree with count? You're leaving me with my depression. And my depression says, what the fuck was that? Or this, or any other possibility that starts with TH, or getting high with my eyes closed and emulating sounds that sound like red and blue flashing. Keep it moving, people, there's nothing to see here. Days have been dark. Black boys don't get to be human. My depression is like destiny, where God removes his gloves after leaving the sunrise, dead in the street for 4 hours without contacting EMS. The sky has never been so brown. My inspiration calls me the sun, but my depression calls me at random times of the day. I'm never sure what to tell him, so he ends up drawing out the conversation cosmographic style. It is as meticulous as it is monotonous, and in no kind of order. I can never track it down with my own 10 fingers. My depression is a homesick Mr. Manhattan dialing from the moon to that one time times 10, and when I put him on speaker, he grows silent. This next piece is about...
What's my favorite piece?
Next piece is about... I'm about to throw something in. Alright. It's about what? Flowers? Peanut butter dreams. Okay, alright, cool, fine. I'm gonna do a piece about peanut butter dreams.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Chunky or creamy?
Exactly. If it was up to you, I would only look up to 3 things: dreams, bus stops, and peanut butter. If it was up to you, my world would thrive off of wishful conversation, protein compensation, and public transportation. There's no wonder I don't think college is an obligation. You left the journey to my self-identity up to the people who did this to me. They'll talk about Martin Luther King, but with the utmost lousy discrepancy, and begin to applaud so loud that it drowns out the rest of the questions left to me. Now my potential crown is in places, surrounded by faces of kings. Tut, Martin Luther, but then Rodney. This is like modern day misogyny, because I woke up from a said colorless concussion with the mentality that dreams never make it to reality. They just get beat in the street or catch buckshots from a balcony. But wait, the teacher says peanut butter dishes are ethically nutritious. Another blissful blow to the head as I doze off to bed, off to another wonderfully whipped peanut butter wonderland where you stand, you are stuck. Tell me what I'm supposed to learn from supplements, except a life of settlement, due to the desolence of where our economic levels were. We were going to write the president, but the teacher reminded us that we were all dyslexic. So let's get reacquainted in our peanut butter pavement. Watch our supplemental demeanor shrink as we sink into our places. Now compared to other races, we're just a bunch of peanut-headed dream chasers. Dreaming and chasing and missing the bus on purpose to make a point, but that point got missed. Somewhere along those boycotts, our voice got ditched, and our future has been sitting on the bus stop since. Don't want no knowledge, don't want no college, constantly being caught up in the scholarship scheme that is as heavy as the peanut butter streams that chase me in my peanut butter dreams. This is what they taught me. They saw out my young indigo mind and bought me, socially soiled me for my loyalty, and then dropped me in your hands as a responsibility. But you say you got more plans, so you dropped me off at the facility where they taught me this humility. I told my mom not to worry about me ever doing time. I've been institutionalized since I was 5, roaming the prison yard and kindergarten where we played when told, we ate when told, I had to go to sleep and wait when told. I was issued a uniform until I was 8 years old, and when I started a rebellion, they couldn't tell you if I was retarded or intelligent, but tell them that their teaching methods are a little lazy, and watch how quick they are to stamp your children crazy, seeding us, feeding us, teaching us what they want us to know, leading us where they want us to go. I'm talking about 525,600 minutes of talking about ships and boats, but only 28 to 29 of those days to get a good nigga joke broken down into February's history. They got the nerve to call that African American history. It just so happens we impacted in every era of history. We were everywhere in history. But why is this such a mere mystery? Someone was supposed to be my ancestry. You were supposed to have raised me. You were supposed to have trained me. You were supposed to be my bus catching, cotton picking fantasy to wake me, but I'm still asleep. They say it's the schools that turns us into fools, but if you keep sending us there, then I guess that's cool. Thank you. All right, okay, so I'm about to do a song. I can't remember the title right now. I just remember, I'm about to do a piece. I can't remember the words right now. I mean, I remember the words. I did not have anything to drink. And then the microphone cut off on me. Jesus, what? What is going on, Lord? The microphone cut off on me. All right, okay, whatever. I'm back to yelling.
Oh, hey. Jesus does not like me today, man. He doesn't like me. Okay, all right. So yeah, I'm gonna do another piece that's about flowers. And, you know, it sounds a little familiar. Some people know it, some people don't. Here it is.
Roses are red and violets are blue.
Bars.
They sure are. Roses are red and violets are blue. That's until those red roses provoke poses that made those violets have to get violent, see? No parting from gardeners from other parts, just purple hearts and targets. Thrown darts and cold sparks is what made my concrete gardens get hard, and transmit your pigment if you want to see how far you get. It will be the palette of the pedal that jumpstarts the battle of the metal. As a matter of fact, where you're laying right now, whether you were flat or you were settled, where you were born is where you were buried, and that is your barrow. No getting broken into being thorough. Don't deny the distant truths connected to your roots. To let good is to let go. Your flower bed is a dumpster instead. This ain't the garden, this is the ghetto. Where if it ain't a reference to God, then it's the devil. But on the inside, there probably is no God, just a Geppetto. iPod and television channel, our digital sentences desensitize our photosynthesis to the extent where no one mentions it. Leave it to weed and seed to show you what constriction is. Where the weeds die of diseases, so their seeds can perceive what victor is and wisdom is. Replaced with them punk ass trees that ain't even indigenous, even in the scrimmages with niggas that's killing over pigment. Niggas is ignorant, just like my nigga said. Red petal, blue petal, flower the same thing. So why do pupils of discrepancy have the necessity to gangbang? How can Mother Nature maintain where every other range gets gang slang and a range sings a song that sounds a lot like bang bang? Yes, roses are red and violets are blue, but pigs are pink, and they got their clicks too. So no pardon to the badge wearing bitch who gets paid commish too. Rip through my residentials. You wanna earn my respect? Learn how to serve and protect. Run tell that to the nigga who convinced you that you don't do the same thing these Suwus and Crips do. In Crownvilles with high sirens with bright lights that blindside us to remind us that it is roses red and violets blue. Suffocating brothers by getting cutthroat over colors. Cloths and cloaks that serve as covers. Matching the surreal stimulus of fact that when them roses and violets grow solid, the only color in them boxes is black. Roses are red, violets are blue, only for another cancerous collision to occur again because two flowers can't see a part of the same stem. So every rose has its thorn, and every violet has its violent past, and this garden will never get any farther than its own grass. Roses are red, violets are blue, and if I was that colorblind, I'd probably try to kill you too. Thank you.
Okay. So for this last piece, I'm gonna close out with a song. Anybody got a stool? Yeah, a stool. Look at y'all, what's up? Look at this. Give it up. Gosh, man. Give it up for Vinny. Give it up for all the stools. Good Lord, Jesus. I can lay down, take a nap now. Shit.
I don't, yeah, you know. Okay.
So, I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, born and raised. I've been here for 26 years. I've been a lot of places, moved a lot, met a lot of different people. And this song is a little bit about those travels. Can you hear me all right? Yeah. It's a walking breeze on where I'm standing. Ain't no buses around to take me from here. And this ain't just any old road I'm walking. It's my journey to heaven. I'm just pasting the years back when I was on 38th in high school, 21st in mid-Hartford, Martin Luther King Street, 16th in college, 28th in Capitol, German church in Washington, girls' school in Rockville, West 37. I'm walking along and I'm taking my journey. Every place that I've been, every poem I've read. And by the time I leave my destination, I'll be
1, 2, ready, go. I've been a Brightwood, I've been a Post Road, I got into it on the south side. I've been a Brownsburg, I worked out in Castleton, married in Avon. Now I'm right back in Crowded.
Any East Siders in here?